Well, hey pals, Pete's here. Thanks for coming by today. A little improv episode. I don't know, I threw some things together. We do have some big records, some perhaps unbreakable records, some big moments, big seasons on the board, and a couple, three cards I haven't shown before that have all been obtained in the last, I think 3-4 months. So anyhow, I thought I'd set up the board here. This is one that my buddy Shane tipped me off to earlier last year, maybe, almost 2 years ago. But it is the 86 Kirby Puckett Rediscovered Topps buyback. I believe I've shown this once before. I think soon after I picked it up. But I don't see a lot of Puckett buybacks in the flagship design, and especially in the mid-80s. So always looking out for those. I'd love an 87 or a 91 in particular. So if anybody ever sees an 87 or 91 Puckett flagship buyback, I'm interested. Next up, we have an all-time record, perhaps an unbreakable one. The Bob Gibson Fans 17. This is out of the 1969 Topps set. This is not a new pickup, but I remember being on the hunt for this one for a long time, just in terms of eye appeal and centering. The centering is super obvious when you have the border being white and the frame of the picture being positioned as it is. It's very easy to see how centered up these cards are, but this was high on my list a couple of years ago, I think, and just in terms of an unbreakable record, now I think perhaps it is unbreakable. Of course, Gibson broke Sandy Koufax's World Series strikeout record, which is actually depicted on this Topps Venezuela. This I've also shown before, but this image actually depicts Koufax getting the win in the 15 strikeout performance in the 1963 World Series. They swept the Yankees. He was the league MVP. He was the World Series MVP. Sandy in the dog pile. I just love this card and picked it up in Venezuela format. As you can see, the back is black. That's the tell. The card stock's very different as well. It's actually not that hard to tell the difference between the Venezuela Topps and the Topps, as especially when you look at them side by side. Back in the background here, we have a Minnesota team set from a department store that used to exist. I think it was in Albert Lee or down south somewhere, called Banks. And maybe there was more than one of them. Maybe Stukes can let me know if he remembers Banks. But this was a 99-cent Twins team set, a Donruss team set with Puckett on the front. And I just love that as sort of a piece all on its own. Love the color, the yellow and red, put out by Sports America Club. Quite the creative name there. Sports America Club put out that Minnesota team set, 99 cents in 1990, and you could probably find one for 99 cents today. All right, on to the cards I haven't shown. Our pal Shane also tipped me off to this George Crow buyback that was listed not that long ago, and he had a copy. And this is perfect for my bridge box. I've got this flagship, of course, but I did not have a buyback version, so this was perfect. George Crowe, of course, also in the St. Louis Cardinals uniform, would have crossed paths with Bob Gibson, no doubt, played with. I should have looked that up, but George Crowe, of course, also was the very first Mr. Basketball, went to college in Indiana, and was the very first Mr. Basketball. Could have played professional basketball, but chose the path of baseball. Had a good long career, George Crowe, and this is just a beautiful Topps original. I think this is from 2015 or 16. 15 maybe? We'll put George in the background because he's got that beautiful set of glasses too. I mean, George was stylish. George always had some killer glasses going on. Okay, enough about George. A cheap pickup there, big win. Another cheap one that I pulled out of the ComC box. And this is in one of the holders I'm still working on designing a label for. But here it is, the 1985 Topps Willie McGee. 1985 MVP. 1985 was just a huge season for McGee. Led the league in hits, average runs, stolen bases. This is the 65th anniversary. Maybe this one's from 2016 and the original's 2015. Anyway, to see this one in buyback format, this was on ComC just for like $3 or something. And, you know, given the importance of Willie McGee and the Cardinals in the early 80s, I mean, he was instrumental for them winning that World Series in 82. You know, and then he goes on to win MVP in 85. Another cheap win. And last but not least, I ran across this one just a couple of weeks ago. It's the Gibson Fan 17 in the World Series with the buyback, the Heritage buyback. And this would be from 2018 Heritage. Was so stoked to see this one up for auction, and I'm proud to say this was far less than the cost of a blaster. And that's pretty unique. I mean, I love the idea of getting really unique parallels, if you will, to big cards in the collection. I still need to design a label, but I'll get there. Thanks for coming by, everybody. We'll see you next time. Peace.